During the 19th and 20th centuries, there was a deadly condition of bleeding disorder that manifested almost exclusively in males in the European royal families. It is believed that Britain's Queen Victoria passed the disease to 2 of her 5 daughters and consequently to various royal houses across continent, including the royal families of Russia, Spain and Germany. Since then, the disease has been called as the royal disease or also known as hemophilia. The word hemophilia is translated as love of blood. Hemophilia is one of the most common severe hereditary hemorrhagic disorder in which the blood does not clot normally due to blood clotting factors deficiency or dysfunction. Hemophilia can be classified into 2 types, which are hemophilia A and hemophilia B. Hemophilia A, also known as classic hemophilia, is caused by a lack or decrease of clotting factor 8. As for hemophilia B, which is also known as Christmas disease, is caused by a lack or decrease of clotting factor 9. Individuals with hemophilia tends to experience excessive bleeding after minor injury or occur spontaneously. They are also susceptible to an internal bleeding that can severely damage the organs and tissues that could be life-threatening. There are 3 mechanisms that work together to stop any bleeding. First, the blood vessel will constrict to limit blood from going near the injury site. Second, circulating platelets will then form a plug at the site of injury. And finally, the blood undergoes coagulation. The process of blood clot formation involves the activation of 2 pathways, which are the extrinsic or tissue factor pathway and the intrinsic or the contact pathway. Both pathways consist of a number of clotting factor proteins and a series of cascade enzyme activation events that lead to the formation of a blood clot by cross-linking of fibrin monomers and activation of platelets. When factor 8 or factor 9 are deficient or dysfunctional, the intrinsic pathway of the coagulation cascade cannot be appropriately activated, thus making the process of clot formation deficient and lead to a prolonged bleeding. Hemophilia is caused by a mutation or change in one of the genes that provides instructions for making the clotting factors needed to form a blood clot. The mutation can prevent the clotting factors from working properly. The genes for factor 8 and 9 are located on the long arm of chromosome X, and both hemophilia A and B are inherited via X-linked recessive pattern. It is simply because in males who only have one X chromosome, a mutation in the copy of the gene on the single X chromosome causes the condition. In females who have 2 X chromosomes must have a mutation on both X chromosomes in order to be affected with the condition.